My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay, you know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we blitz in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up, they steady lying on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up, she blow me up like
Do you read the New Testament? What did Christ say would happen to his people?
What will happen to the people?
Yes, in the last days. What did Christ say?
All kind of things will happen.
Let me show you that. Luke 21. Let me show you this. Right? It is prophesied in the New Testament. Okay? Read.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24.
Read 20. What story?
Verse 20.
Watch this.
And when he shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
So that is since in 70 AD. Jerusalem was invaded by who? The Romans. Because the Romans, which is the same Caucasian race, they always desired Jerusalem.
Right.
You understand? When Christ walked the earth, he was in captivity under who?
The Romans.
The Romans.
Yeah.
Herod is what?
Herod was the governor in those days.
A Roman, a white man. They was in slavery. Read.
Then know that the desolation thereof is near.
So Christ said, when you see the Roman armies come to invade, know that the destruction of Jerusalem has come. Read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
So Judea is the city of David, Judea. So who were living in Judea? The Jews.
Yeah, the Jews.
The Jews that was living in Judea, right? Read.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein.
Because war. So he said, those who travel go out. When that time comes, don't come back in. He said, he wanted them and say, okay, when that time comes, those who in Jerusalem, run. Flee to the mountains of Africa. Read.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
So what's supposed to fulfill on the Israelites? Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we're going to go in that, right? I'm going to show you that we are the Israelites. Read.
But woe unto them that are with child, unto them that give suck in those days.
So in that time, woe unto the women that was pregnant. Because why? Starvation. Because what happened? The Romans cut off all the food supplies, so they went through some tough times. Right? Read.
For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
For disobeying God. Right? He said, great distress and wrath upon these people. Read.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
And the Jews shall fall by the edge of the sword. Read.
And shall be led away captives into all nations.
We were led away captives into what?
All nations.
How did we came from Africa? How did we came from Africa to Grenada? As what?
Slaves.
As slaves, as what? As what?
Captives into all nations.
As captives, as slaves into all nations. Read.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So from the time we went into slavery, the Jews went into slavery, he said, Gentiles will be ruling Jerusalem until Christ returns. Now if there is Gentiles living in Jerusalem, how would they call themselves after a time? They will call themselves Jews, but they are not the real Jews. The real Jews went into slavery.
That's right.
Get Revelation for me. Let me show you that. God prophesied everything in the Bible, but a damn pastor would never tell you that.
Right.
He wants us to be in ignorance. He is in agreement with the white man to keep us in slavery. God called them wicked men. Read.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and...
Hold on. Hold on, read it again.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So Christ telling the Israelites that he know our works.
Yeah.
No, this is his works. We come not here to preach to the
Go
people.
out and preach to the people.
Exactly. He said, you know our works and tribulation. The Israelites, the real Jews, are in tribulation. And they're suffering. They're in poverty. Right? And poverty, meaning they're living in ghettos. Poverty that have us selling on the streets to make ends meet. The other nations not living in poverty. Read it again.
We have other nations that live in
Watch
poverty.
this.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
When he said thou art rich, meaning the kingdom to come belongs to us. Because he made an everlasting covenant with the Israelites. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
That's the same Gentiles that rule in Jerusalem. He said, he know them that blasphemy, saying that they are Jews. And are what?
And are not,
They are not Jews. But what?
but are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the devil that the Bible speaks about.
That's right.
That's why you see them in Israel. They don't use the Bible. You understand? They do nothing what the Bible says. Because they know that the book don't belong to them. It belongs to the Israelites. Now let me go back to Deuteronomy. Let me show you.
The Messianic Jews read the Bible.
They don't apply nothing what the Bible says.
The other Jews don't apply the
No.
Messianic.
They are not Jews, sister. We are the Jews. He said the Jews shall be led away captive. Did that happen to them? The real Jew is going to be in poverty. Right? Let's see. Get something in the Webster's dictionary. Ghetto. Ghetto. The meaning of ghetto. Right? Look. The internet? Yeah? Yeah, get it from me. In the Webster's dictionary. I want to show you something. Right? Read Deuteronomy chapter 28:15 and then jump down to 16 and 17. Watch this about the real Jews. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass,
So here Moses prophesying what's going to take place in the future. Read.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So what is the voice of the Lord thy God? You're going to say it in the verse. Read.
to observe to do all his commandments,
The commandments is the voice of God. Because he commands us to keep the Sabbath. He commands us to keep the new moons. He commands us to love thy neighbor, as I said. He commands us to don't commit adultery. So that's the voice of God.
To one God.
Exactly. Read.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said curses going to come upon the Israelites and overtake thee. The real Jews. Curses going to come upon the Jews. You understand? Read. Read 16. Watch it.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city.
So he said the real Jews going to be cursed in the cities. Who is cursed in the city? The Jews that living in poverty. They have to sell on the streets to make ends meet. That's a curse. Poverty is a curse.
That's right.
Selling on the streets is a curse.
You're an Israelite, man.
Living in ghettos is a curse. Read. So he said we shall curse in the city. No, when you look at Grenada, Lansapin, Fort Judy, Egmont, down by school of Mede, what you call the place again? True Blue. Right? Are they in a poor state, the people who live there? No, they are not. Who are the people that live in there? The foreign nations. They live in the best lands. But who live in Motu? Right? Who live in what do you call it in the back there? They used to call it Trenchtown. Trenchtown. Who live in there? Who live in Telescope? Exactly. So he said what?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
He said Israelites or the real Jews going to be cursed in the city, living in ghettos. Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field. meaning they had to still walk the plantation for
So
centuries.
why is it that they will be cursed? Because they did not obey the commandment.
Yes, because they disobeyed.
Yeah, they disobeyed.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is what happened to
So
us.
it's not we people that put them there. They
No.
put themselves there. because
Yes,
they
we
did
put
not
ourselves here.
listen to the words of God and obey.
Exactly. And that goes for each and every one of us.
Yeah,
You understand? Watch this. Read that for me. Ghetto. I'm going to show you the word ghetto. The white man put it on the internet. But the problem with us, we don't like to read. We love lies. Read.
The definition of ghetto.
The word ghetto. 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 Read.
A quarter of a city in which Jews were formerly required to live.
Read it again. A quarter of a city where what?
In which Jews were formerly required to live.
The Jews living in the ghettos. So who living in the ghettos? We. The Israelites.
That's right.
This is what the white man put there. We didn't put that there. But it's right there. The answer is right there. Read it again. Cost in the city. Give him back this. Watch this.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Basket is something that holds food. Right? We don't have enough food. Why? Because you're under oppression. They pay us minimum wages. We could only buy a certain amount of food.
But people could. We have lands enough to
Yes, we have land.
But nobody wants
But
to
where
buy
is
land.
the resources to plant the land? Where is the market?
Years ago, people didn't have much market, but they still planted to live, to have food to eat.
Yes, but based on the causes, God said we'd have to depend on the white man for everything. Read that in 48 for me. Let me show you that. Based on the causes. Yes. All the seeds, everything, we have to depend on them for it. Because we are a cursed people. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Read the next one.
Verse 46. 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
Because of disobedience, right? We don't want to keep the Sabbath. You understand? We want to do what we want. We want to commit fornication, adultery, homosexuality, steal, kill. You understand? Abortion and so forth. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Our people hate God's commandments. They hate God's commandments. Right? This is what's going to happen to them. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
He said, we'll have to serve our enemies in slavery, in hunger, in want of food. Right? During slavery, they had to provide all our food. Even today, look at the supermarket. When you go in the supermarket, where all this food stuff come from? From the other nations. He said we're going to serve our enemies in want of food. Read.
In hunger and in thirst.
And in thirst, all the drinks, we have to serve. We have to go to the other nations to get the drinks. Because who own all the factories? Huh? The other nations. Read.
And in nakedness.
And all the clothes, we have to serve our enemies for all the clothes that we wear. That's what God said. That is the punishment that is upon the real Jews. Read.
And in want of all things.
And what?
And want of all things.
In want of all things. We have to depend on the nation in want of all things. Everything that you have on you, we have to go to the other nations for it. Because why? We're in captivity. Who is on our dollar? Who is on our dollar? The Queen. Who make our laws? Who give us the school system? Who give us the banking system? The other nations, our enemies. So we have no choice but to depend on them. You understand? Now if there is a crisis and they decide, okay, they're not traveling to Grenada to deliver food, and we all going to starve? But this is what God is saying. Read.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron.
And the white man going to put yokes of iron. Yokes of iron. Yokes of iron upon the Jews. And he what?
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Until the white man have destroyed us. Mentally, what did they destroy us with? Christianity, with this white image. Where's the other one? Let me show you this. This is what they destroy us with. This is what they destroy us with. With Christianity, with this white image. Right? And the Bible prophesies about it. Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to show you the image. This image is so effective. That's why our women bleaching their hair, bleaching their skin. But Christ is a very dark-skinned man. You understand? The ruler of this universe is a very dark-skinned man. So the Jews became mentally destroyed. And today we proudly call ourselves Grenadian Jamaican. Catholic 7 days. All this nonsense. Read.
The book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
So Christ is warning the Jews and telling them, take heed and let no man deceive you. Don't let no man lie to you with a false religion and a false image. Read.
For many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ.
He said for many came in his name, they came in Christianity. That's why you have all this false religion. Baptists, look at when they were created. Created by John Smith in 1608. Where were we in 1608? Slavery, right? Joseph Smith, he created the Mormon religion. 1830, where were we during them times? On the plantation, under the slave master, right? L.N.G. White, your favorite Adventist church that you love so much. Look at the date it was created. 1863. Where were we? In slavery. Right? Jehovah's Witness. A next beloved religion by our foolish people. You understand? Look at the years. 1872. Pentecostal. 1901. Where were we? Under oppression. Slavery. So they were able to deceive us with this image. Watch this.
People are getting confused now with all this.
Watch this, the Bible is going to clear up everything. That's what Christ said. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Read Revelation for me. Revelation 1. Watch this. The image of Christ. Revelation 1 and jump down to 14. Watch this. Says, watch this. The image of Christ. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revelation of Jesus Christ. What the word revelation means? Revelation means to reveal something. He said the revelation of Jesus Christ, our Messiah. Read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
We are the servants of God, the Jews. That's why he said, I know thy works and tribulation, to show the servants of God. Read.
And he sent and signified by his agent unto his servant John.
Jump down to 14.
Verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the hair of Christ's head is white like wool. There are two types of hair on the face of the earth. Straight hair, like goat hair. When you look at this image, here, this man has straight stringy hair, like goat hair. Right? But the Bible says, Christ have hair what?
White like wool.
Christ have woolly textured hair. White, woolly textured hair, which is tie up afro hair. This white man has blonde hair. Doesn't match the scripture. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes are the flame of fire, meaning red. The white in his eye become red. You understand? Because he used to drink wine. When you look at this image, his eyes are blue. Okay? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn.
King James. King James version.
What is 16?
Right? Read it again. This one?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now John giving the description of Christ's feet. John giving the description of Christ's feet.
All of us used to sell drugs. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.